Yeah.
Sounds like the right priorities. to
Right,
me.
all right, so I have just a couple things I want to share, and there's also some folks around here who have some really cool things I want them to just, I called it infomercials, like little advertisements for you, not presentations, but just a quick note to share. First, I want to thank everybody for coming today. I know many of you, this is the first time you've come to this event, some folks are here every year, thank you either way, and we're always evolving this, so talk to me while we're here or respond to the after post-event survey because this changes because of your feedback. We are looking for, so I'll put my desperate plea up front. We are looking for corporate sponsors for this event and maybe a different location, maybe a place that has permission to do brew instead of brew. And, you know, turn this into whatever we think would be more and accommodating, but I'm also super thankful that Rev One accommodated us here to actually kind of free of charge. Like, yeah, these have your here. So many thanks to them. We have, but also individually, kind of a call for action and help. Our students, we have several clubs. We have a cybersecurity club. We have a women in cybersecurity chapter. We have an embedded security team club, which is also the team that competes with minor ECTF, which is the embedded systems they design and then they attack other sports designs. And our team did fantastic this past year. But all of those clubs have meetings and they have events. And it is because of people in the community, whether they're alumni or not, who come in and help provide insight and their expertise, both in being a professional, but also in their discipline for those students. So again, let me know if you want to be connected with any of those clubs or even just classes in general. We have a variety of undergraduate and graduate courses that do accept the webinars, guest speakers. We also have, as I mentioned earlier, we're now in fourth unit and we are starting to pump out new cybersecurity courses. Some of those will be required as future degree programs, but others less electives. We also have non-credit bearing course options. So if you have an idea for a cool boot camp that you want to offer online, talk to me about it. We can make these things happen too. So the field, the door is wide open. Actively looking for participation in those ways as well. So now, I mentioned also the Buckeye CTF. So November 7, 8, and 9. It will happen virtually for most folks. You are all invited to participate as competitors. And if you're an Ohio State student, there are in-person options because there's students by the Ohio State students. But we also, I believe the club is looking for some mentors to come in and be on campus with those students that weekend as well. And I also want to pitch our hackathon, which is not a cybersecurity event. A hackathon is like a makeathon in film that happens on October, Liz, help me, 25?
25th and 26th.
25th and 26th. In the Ohio Union, massive event of builders, makers, a lot of software products. So if you're interested in volunteering as a mentor or a judge, please see Liz or myself for that program. So now I'll turn it over to, we're going to go around. I've had a couple people that wanted to talk. Olivia, explain who you are and what you've got to share. You're welcome to, sure. And then on that week, student police system, I think she's next. So, transfer me next.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Olivia K. Hernandez and I'm the lead engineer, the Industrial Cybersecurity Division at the Center for Design and Manufacturing Excellence. We're actually just right across the street. We have 7 different divisions in our center. And I just wanted to briefly talk about it because we are basically exclusively undergrads that we mentor and train up and that they get experience on these real world projects with either brands that walk agreements, they're deliverables, there's customers. And I just think it's such a unique experience that they get to have and feel like they, have a bigger trajectory into their careers. As well as we have about $20 billion of equipment in our center that we can use. And I don't know where else we did that. our mission is to advance the manufacturing competitiveness of the United States. So really, with all the re-onshoring efforts, is right in line. We're just so excited about that. And then kind of transitioning into project I'm working on a long time. So we've won a federal grant from the Small Business Small Business Administration, where we are able to provide free cybersecurity training from all Ohio small businesses and nonprofits. It's online, on demand, self-paced, so we're really trying to make it accessible. And then back to the manufacturing part, if you wanted to be on a contract with the Department of War, that's whatever you call it, have to have certain C levels, which is the cybersecurity maturity level certification. So depending on your role and how much information you have, you're gonna have to get up to 3 different levels. And our course is actually, so we have 3 different gateways, they go up in complexity. So our first one is more broad, general, and that one is the prerequisite for the Ohio Department of Development Cybersecurity Program, where you get 60 more hours of like customized training to help you get up if you need to be like at level 2. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. And businesses keep saying, I'm too small. Like, I'm a business of one, and I've had spear phishing attacks for a bakery. So there's no one too small anymore. I think someone said earlier, there's no one that hasn't, that's not gonna get hacked. It's either because it hasn't happened yet or didn't realize it.
Oh, sorry, can I interrupt you? I support this. It's not because we think you are the company of a bakery sitting here or retail industry down the street, but you know those people. So let them know about this resource. Help us advocate. Oh, thank you. You probably noticed she has a table out there, so grab information to share. Therese, also, we have a table out back for you, but if you want to stand up here.
I am here representing WESIS, which is a Women in Cybersecurity group. WESIS's mission is to retain, recruit, and advance women in cybersecurity. It is a heavily technical organization that provides a lot of mentorship, training, scholarships, and networking opportunities. WESIS has been around for quite a while, and it's quite large in my opinion. It has about 11,000 members globally. We have recently, with the support and help of 4 other professional women in cybersecurity, we've recently started a local chapter. So we're pretty excited about that, and we're recruiting members. I will make a caveat here. If you are not a woman, you are welcome to join as an ally. So we are non-discriminatory in that sense. We do have a table out there. Stop by, get a button, or get a card and connect with us on LinkedIn.
Yes, so this is the Central Ohio affiliate. There's also the student affiliate that is of Ohio State University. Yes, so starting to work together and help, especially the recent graduates as they move into the workforce, if they're still staying here locally. And we haven't, like, we officially exist, but we haven't officially, like, launched, done anything yet. So find the information back there, LinkedIn and Facebook, I think, so we're out there digitally, but looking to get started.
We will. And Julia, thank you for letting us do this.
Thank you. And you have a question?
Yeah, so I teach, Julie mentioned earlier that I've been creating a class on social engineering. I also teach a class on information security, and Mike mentioned it earlier. One of the things he touched on was we're interested as educators, knowing what we can do, what we can teach students about, that would be helpful for you as employers. So when they get into the workforce, what is it that you're really lacking, or we would really want you to teach them more about these things? So that is my question to you. I don't know if you want to answer it now, or if there's, time for the answer now. Or if not, if you want to send, maybe we can provide some resources, because we're very interested in that, because as we're developing courses, we could be looking at this and say, we should make sure, or we can curtail our courses to add this. Yep.
So I work with business and IT. I'm kind of a bridge person.
Yeah.
And what I hear consistently is soft skills, which
Soft skills.
to me means the ability to speak clearly, remain calm, take your emotions out of it while you communicate at the level of the person you are talking to in a polite and respectful manner.
I appreciate you saying that, because my information security course, one of the things I do is I have a day dedicated to talking about career. And I talk about when you're talking with people, get rid of like the emojis and that kind of stuff. And my kids would tell me that okay, if it's capitalized versus okay with a period versus okay lowercase, all mean different things. It's sometimes means bad. I'm like, business just means okay. Just get over it. Don't think that. But also I coach them. I have one where they reach out to business professionals. And I thought I could just read them at that and they would know how to do that. And I got back feedback from somebody who said, we need to coach them. So I've started coaching people on, this is how you talk to professionals. You don't say, yo, I'm here, I want to talk. So yeah, I appreciate hearing that. That's an important thing.
Yeah, the communication, which is also, we're looking at, I can't say too much, but we're looking at developing new programs. And one of the courses we're putting in is persuasive communications also. So I did laugh at a TV show recently where they're like, there's this guy manages all the security for a hospital. Too bad he's gonna get hacked because his CEO only gives him $7,000 a year. How does he communicate the importance for that budget and such and such? So persuasive communications is important.
Hi, I'm Amy Fetchy. I'm the Director of Engineering Career Services at Ohio State. I can definitely second that because we work with a lot of employers and they do say that a lot. Like, boy, they're smart. They've got the technical skills that they need. How can we teach them these soft skills before they get into the workforce? And I sometimes say, well, we have to look at maturity, and just student development as a whole. If they don't have any internship experience or co-op experience, it's really hard because that I think teaches them those soft skills as well. But I do hear that a lot. So I just wanted to second that. By working with employers, we hear that.
Yeah, and it's tripled down for being a pen tester, working red team. Very often I'm gonna have to talk to somebody that the particular project or application I did an assessment on, that is their metaphorical baby. That is their project. They decided to build this. And now I'm stepping into a conversation with you to tell you on how you did things wrong, where you've made mistakes, areas of improvement. So how can I articulate this in a non-confrontational manner that allows everybody that's in that call understand this is for good and for improvement? And that is very challenging. And you also then have to, I guess, a more recent term, code switch, depending on what your audience is, because one set of developers and how they operate and function may be completely different than another area of the business. So being able to work through with that ideology that security is everyone's responsibility, well, then that means you have to talk to everyone. You can no longer be in this siloed off ecosystem where you're in a padded room of only folks that understand where you're coming from. You have to be able to flatten that communication, and that is much more difficult than the brief conversation we're having here is in the real world. It's definitely a topic that we need to work through more on how we're able to interface with all these different folks.
And it's a practice.
Yeah.
You can't just tell somebody how they have to practice.
Right.
Something completely different before we
Regarding social engineering specifically, psychology of trust, and honestly, if you can get them in touch with the people who train salespeople, that kind of how do you persuade people to do something is really important in actual social engineering. If you go out and do that.
This is actually, I appreciate that. It's interesting how much of this is more of just a soft skill, right? It's the understanding of persuasion, but also understanding how to talk to other people. I've always felt that was an important thing, but I thought I was going to be more technical. But if there are other things, I appreciate that.
thinking about technical topics.
Yeah.
Since we, as a college, as a university, have a lot on the technical, and even more specifically software. So what are other ways that you see cybersecurity across the career field, across the disciplines within
I do appreciate hearing those comments because it does encourage me to continue on with what I'm doing on that. I mean, I spend a day on different things, but part of it is being able to talk to people and don't take offense to somebody, talk to them because they say something. Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Is there, anybody else that has, for the good of the order? No, all right, well, there is a sugar rush and caffeine refueling station behind you, hang out, we have the space until 5, so we probably won't start tearing down for at least another hour, hour and a half. Thanks for joining us, have a wonderful weekend.